Hey guys, back with another video today. This one's just going to be a quick one to show you the different charging speeds for the new Anker Solix C1000 Gen 2. So essentially you'll see the overlay with the app. As you can see on the power station itself, it's charging at about 400 watts and we're sitting at 14% with an estimate of 2.5 hours to fully charged. So if we go into the settings, we can see that there's AC recharging power, which is currently set to 400. If we go in here, we can see that we can change it from 100 watts all the way up to 1200 watts. So if we change it to 100 watts and hit save, we can see on the power station itself and within the app that it's charging at about 100 watts, states 112 watts, and that will take 9.6 hours as an estimate. So if we go back into the settings and if we double that for 200 watts and go back, we'll see the change now steps up to around 200 watts, and the power station has an estimate of 4.9 hours. Yes, it's stabilized, so it's 4.9 hours to charge the power station from 14% to 100% at a charging speed of about 200 watts. So if we double that again back to our 400 watts, and we'll go back out, let the power station settle with its estimate. So we're back at the 2.5 hours to fully charged. Now if we add another 200 watts, as you can see in the app, Anker has set this to silent recharging. So anywhere past this, the fans will be audible, I guess. So if we save that, back out, and we will see how much quicker this is. So it was at 2.5 hours at 400 watts. Now we are at 1.7 hours at the 600 watts. So if we add another 200 watts again, so we're now at 800 watts, which is definitely getting quite quick because this only has a 1000 watt-hour battery. So as we can see in the app, the cell temperature is at 35 degrees Celsius, and the estimate for an 800 watt recharge is 1.3 hours. Which is definitely now 1.2, so that's definitely quite quick. So now if we step that up again, right up to 1000 watts, so this is getting in the territory of you'd only do it when you need to, because faster recharging degrades the battery cells quicker. So if we go back out, at 1000 watts, looks like the estimate will be about an hour to fully recharge. And then the next setting is 1100, but we'll step right up to 1200 watts, which once again, you only do this when you need to because it degrades the battery cells quicker. But just for this video, we'll go into that. So once that settles at a 1200 watt recharge time, is 0.8 hours, or within the app you can see that it's 48 minutes. So that is definitely quite quick. As you can see in the app, there is this ultra fast charging. So just for the sake of this video, we'll turn that on. Comes up with a warning that states this function can only be turned on when charging. To protect the battery, turn on ultra-fast charging only when necessary. To protect the battery's lifespan, the ultra-fast charging feature is disabled in time of usage mode, I believe that is. So if we hit OK, we'll then step up to its max charging speed, which looks like at the moment it's sitting at 1500 watts. And it now states that it'll only take 42 minutes or 0.7 hours. But let's turn that off. I don't know if you can hear that, but the fans have now become audible. They're still ramping up, but we'll turn that off because, like what I said, it's not good for the battery cells. Fans are still kicking up, but I've turned that off, and let's dial that back down. I generally just have it at 400 watts because it doesn't take that long with a 1000 watt hour battery to charge at 400 watts. You can set it faster if you really need it in an emergency, but I think that's a good balance for lifespan of the battery cells and charging speed. So we'll hit save on that, go back. As you can see, just in this short period of time, we're now up to 21%. As you can see, the battery cells has increased by a degree. It's now 36 degrees Celsius. And we are now back at 2.3 hours for the estimate, or 2 hours and 18 minutes according to the app. So now we'll change to a time lapse, and we'll come back to you once the battery is fully charged. There we go, so the unit has reached 95% because I currently have it set so then it'll charge between 5% and 95%. So if you're discharging it, it'll stop at 5%, and then as you can see, when you're charging it'll stop at 95%. So that's just to help preserve the battery cells. So if we have a look at the app, we can see that the power station's at 95%. The battery cells have increased in temperature to 43 degrees Celsius. So if we have a look quickly, as you can see just down the bottom of the screen, this is where I have the charging and discharging limits that I just mentioned. So yeah, that concludes this video. I hope you have enjoyed this quick charging profile video for the Anker Solix C1000 Gen 2. Until next time, you enjoy yourselves, and I'll catch yous.